Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for another Whiskey Wednesday. Now, it's not the Whiskey Wednesday we advertised. Matt over at ADHD Whiskey couldn't make it tonight, so we aren't going to do week 3 of the tournament, but we are going to try to figure out some type of way to keep things on schedule for this. But we'll keep everybody posted once we're able to coordinate further with Matt and see where we go with week 3. So we're going to take a step back from the blind flight this week, and instead, we're going to replace it with a new format we've never tried before. That'll be more of a hot take Q&A format. So we went with Patreon and had people submit questions that I actually put into a randomized wheel. So Darrell and Kelsey don't even know the questions that are coming up before they come up. And then in addition, if you do super chat us here tonight, hey, ask a question too. That'll give us some more chances to get a hot take and to see what's on your mind. So thank you for joining today, Whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. I was debating what to start with, but when left to my own devices, I typically go to our barrel picks more often or not. So I'm getting into some Franchi bunch here tonight. So that is going to be my kickoff pour. Kelsey, Darrell, as you come in, say hello to everybody. What's going to be your kickoff pour? Let's start with Kelsey.
What's up, everybody? I am drinking an Old Forester single barrel pick, the Old Hawkster with well, it's not turned around, but you can see somewhat of his fro up there. But that's what I'm drinking.
Now, the Old Hawk number 1, not the number 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Number 1.
So let's kick off with a hot take then. If you had to pick between the barrel strength or the 100 proof picks, which one are you going with?
Barrel strength.
Barrel. Why?
That's this particular one that we picked anyway. Between the two is just, it's that old, it's more of a dusty Old Forester profile. Like if you've tasted things back from the early days of Old Forester, 60, right around the turn of the century through 50s, 60s, 70s, all that stuff, it just tastes more like that. It's more of an old school profile, which I really enjoyed about this particular pick, especially. And it's special because it was the first time I ever met the Turks. Got to meet my girlfriend for the first time, Jackie. So there's just lots of stuff about that pick that's special for me. So,
all right, very cool. Well, Darrell, what are you kicking off with? And give everybody a good hello here.
What's going on, everybody? What do I got in my glass right now? Some samples, man. Like it's a little sample from Copper and Cask. I was hanging out there today, going through all their barrels over there, exploring. So got a bunch of stuff laid across my my table right now, but got a barrel that they got from, well, it's MGP, but aged out in Texas, kind of like the Rebecca Creek stuff. Not super high age like that, but profiles are really, really good. So been drinking through that and some other samples that I got my hands on today from them. But that is currently in a glass right now.
Darrell, it's quite what's the word I'm looking for? Jealousy is probably one of the words that I'm looking for, but when you send a picture of 9 barrels you're exploring over at Copper and Cask while I'm sitting there working away.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not fair.
Yeah, it's a good hangout. That's my second home, man. I just pull up to the door. Today, ironically, was the first time that their door was actually locked. I told the guy, he's like, wait, they locked the door? Because I usually just walk in there and go find Steven, who's there, like Master Blender. But it was actually locked today. So me and Jonathan were hanging outside for about 2.5 minutes before they came and opened the door. But yeah, it's my second hangout, man. It's a open door policy over there, man. You can just go hang out, taste whiskey, and just have a good time, man. They're good people.
Gosh, I love that brand so much. There's actually a double oaked rye over at the Party Source right now. I've been debating. I've never seen a copper and cask rye before this.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they've done a good amount of ryes. All MGP too.
Figured. It's at 6 or 7 years, but a double oaked rye.
Okay, nice. That's higher on the rye side. Like a lot of their stuff was around like 5, but granted, this is like a year and a half ago too. So progressively getting older, and that's their intent, right? To try to just get that age. But some of the barrels are a little younger, but really, like I said, this Texas stuff that's 5-year-old does not taste like it's 5 years old. I'll tell you that. But they got some interesting stuff coming up with this year. So you guys, yeah, definitely keep an eye out on that brand.
And I guess you've already half plugged it, but that will be the next barrel pick that comes out. Will be the copper and cask, I'm pretty sure. So we got a nice Florida barrel that I'm excited to explore again. And
Actually,
gosh, I think it's supposed to get bottled this month, if I remember correctly, but we'll keep everyone posted.
Yeah, around the end of this month, should be in like Distro's hands, probably like first week of April, where they're aiming.
All right. And that one's another collaboration pick with Big Vic, Drifting Drams, and Dusty.
Dan.
Ed and Adam Shelton too. I should mention everybody. I always get names.
Adam's used to being forgotten. It's okay. He's used to it.
Well, why don't we say hello to some people here? We got 35 people in so far.
There's our buddy Stu from last week. It was good to hang out with him. Cheers, buddy.
Stu.
And the man himself, the World's Worst Bourbon Channel, Gary. Cheers to you, buddy, and to your beautiful wife. Top Dog, you're last today, buddy. Sorry. There's Mama Porter. Cheers to you. Bev, good to see you in here. My favorite Turk is in here as well. Katie, cheers to you. Tim Cornet is in here. Douglas, good to see you in here as well. Ben Draman, cheers, Ben. And Stacy, cheers to you. A little old fashioned. Good to see you in here. Peter B, good to see you in here as well. And our buddy JG, cheers to you, my friend. George Woodcock is in here. Cheers, George.
Hey, cheers, George.
Jane Lee,
welcome here.
Excuse me, is in the house. Mark B is here. And Joe, the sample guy. Cheers, Joe. And Mark Amenecker. Let's see. Make sure you don't over pour on those, Mark, while you're pouring samples. Whiskey BS is here. Cheers to you. And our good buddy up northeast, Bourbon, is here as well. Ricardo, cheers to you, buddy. Good to see you in here. James Morgan. Everybody just kind of popped in.
All right.
I think you're caught up for right now.
And JG, I do have that question on the wheel, but we'll see if fate decides if it'll pop up.
Okanagabe, cheers to you. I don't know if I've seen that name pop up, but hello, and welcome.
And then, hey, listen to Mark B here. If you're here, hit that like for us. Really appreciate it. And then we do got some giveaways to go through tonight. Kelsey, why don't you talk about what yours is?
So we're going to do Backbone giveaway tonight. So I'm giving away the 3 picks of ours, which would be the Sticky Icky, which is the 4.5 year that tastes like an 8-year bourbon. Then our Dusty Wonka, that's 8 years. And then our Boot Clapper Rye, which is a double oaked rye. And then I think I'm going to give away the last one, which would be the Great One. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Great One from Jason and Scott, that Backbone pick that they just released this past year. So we'll do those 4 Backbone picks.
I'm like trying not to lose a cork here. This is our pick. This is the first time when a copper and cask of hard truth, I may like break a cork, dude.
Oh man.
Like it's like halfway. I'm gonna put it in one of my really low bottles if I can get it out completely.
Yeah, luckily for you, I'm sure you have lots of backups of hard truth corks.
God. Like it's like split, dude. Like, yeah, it's not gonna pick it up, but
oh man. Well, as Darrell's getting into that, my giveaway tonight is going to be something that I did 2 weeks ago. But going to continue to give samples of this away because it's very rare that I get to give away samples of Dusty's. But I've got a 10-year Jim Beam decanter. Cheers to Mojo and another special friend that got this in my hands. Opened this while we were in Bardstown and Owensboro. I was with Dusty, so Dusty Dan. So why not have him open the Dusty for me? And got it poured out here. It's beautiful. It's dark. I owe Kraken a sample, and let's get another sample in somebody's hands. And then I'll put a blind flight in there too.
Thanks, JG, for kicking us off. He's in for one. There's Dusty. Cheers, Dusty. Good to see you in here, buddy. Mark B. Thanks, man.
Oh, geez, Mark B.
Thank you.
Over the top, man. Sylvester Stallone style. Thank you so much, buddy. That was Sylvester Stallone, right? Like when he does the
over the top. Yep. That was
backwards hat, and then you know that he means business, you know. Like,
yeah. I would love to see if Jeff could actually change his demeanor that quickly.
Like John Cena.
Yeah, turning heel.
Camera.
Turning heel this weekend. Man, his face too is like, ooh, yeah. Rock's like, kill him. I'm sure everybody's seen that, but if you hadn't, spoiler alert, John Cena turned heel. It's a big deal.
Especially for Jeff, because Jeff loves wrestling. So
I've been waiting 23 years for John Cena to turn heel.
There's a Norseman. Cheers, buddy. It was good hanging out with you last night, having a smoke. I definitely needed it. Cheers, buddy.
Man, I need a little Jason in my life again. We need to work on that this year.
Yeah, we need to get him.
You got to work on a lot of stuff, Jeff, this year. I don't know if
I'll try not to take that personally. You need to work on a lot of stuff.
Oh man,
jeez!
I need some trips in my life, man.
Darrell, what are you giving away tonight, buddy?
So I am going to be doing, since I was hanging out at Copper and Cast today, and pretty much the last few weeks I've been there like almost every week. I've accumulated a lot of stuff that hasn't actually got put out yet that I'm safe to actually share with you guys. So I'm going to put together probably a 4 or 5 sample flight of some unreleased good stuff from them. Actually, all of them are pretty damn good. So yeah, I don't want to speak on what they are, but bourbons, ryes, all that good stuff. I'll label the thingies, but yeah, some nice single barrels from some stuff that hasn't come out officially yet, but I'm good to share with everybody. So
cheers, Henry. Hope you're recovering well, buddy.
All right. Now, is it poor form if I super chat? Because I'd love to have some Copper and Cast too.
I'm sure Darrell will share.
I got a lot of stuff hanging around, dude. Got a whole box full of 200 mils that I got from them today. A mini case.
Hello.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, first Top Dog, I gotta get back into summer shape. I must admit, the clothes are all a bit tight after this winter. So that's one thing I'll be working on here in the near future. But you know, the other thing that's top of mind to me, and I'm recruiting some help from Ethan to help me out too, but do want to put together a Hello Again Whiskey Friend website. That was always part of the plan, and we keep all of that data behind the scenes with all of our reviews. I mean, our spreadsheet has like 500 reviews now. Might as well do something with it. Website makes sense, and that way people can like search for the reviews while they're still in stores and stuff like that. So I would love to put that out, and then hey, maybe we can do some more shirts and merch and things like that too. So that is a 2025 goal that I really want to put out in the world.
Very nice.
All right. Shall we get our first wheel spin?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Let's see how this thing will work.
Say who asked the question as well, or is it just a question?
It does. Now it's going to look crazy to start here because
until it pops on screen.
I've never tried this before. Let's keep that in mind. But when something wins, I'm pretty sure it'll show the whole name. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be trippy. We'll see.
I think it does show the whole thing.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
So when are you going back to Hard Truth, Marky? You know,
Is that Mark Emenecker or Ellen's fan?
Mark Emenecker.
Emenecker.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also said he wanted to go with us, in which Stu told him no. And then they had a little no battle.
Yeah, right.
After that,
I think we're looking at that, right?
We're
that
hoping to go
along
back
with
this year.
maybe some backbone and combining those.
Hopefully we can get back to Indiana for maybe another backbone, maybe another Hard Truth. I'd love to go there every year when it comes to those two, but just got to see how it shakes out. You know, it's hard to get everybody together for something like that, but love to go there during the summer, just hang out, listen to that live music.
Yeah, I want to get out there. I think the first time we ever went, it was May, which was summer. It was beautiful. Then the next time I think was the most recent time we went down. Well, not the most recent time we went. Actually, shit. How many times have we been, Jeff? 3 or 2 together? First time with Jason.
Y'all been 3.
Oh yeah, then the second time would have been the finished up and the pick.
Yep.
Right.
Or was it just 2 times?
Wait, shit. Now I'm drawing a blank. First time.
Jeff went first with Mash and Journey, right?
Yeah.
And then we went.
First time there.
No, it was the third time because the second time we didn't do a pick. We just went and hung out.
And just hung out. And that's when okay.
So yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, man. That place is I love everything about Hard Truth. Their whiskey, the people, the grounds. But I do want to get back out there when it's warm again, so you can kind of really bring it in and not be in a time crunch this time, so we can kind of hang out.
Yeah. The last time was like Mach 2 with our hair on fire. Well, some of us with hair on fire. So yeah, no, I'm super excited. We had a really fun Indianapolis trip the last time we were in Backbone, and
oh yeah, we did.
That was fun. So I would love to combine those two. That'd be like the best of both worlds to do that together. That would be so much fun. So
round 2 of the boot class.
I know it's completely self-serving to say it, but this is my favorite bottle so far of 2025. I mean, I revisit this thing every time I can.
I think the rum pick has been my favorite bottle of 2025. I'm telling you, all the guys on Monday night are like, I'm down to like this much left in my first bottle. And they're like, are you sure you can't get some more of that? I'm like, no, buddy. I told you guys to go grab some.
All right. I'll have to do that one next then. This is my second favorite bottle of the year.
Darrell, I do have a blend for you to try with that. We accidentally stumbled on a blend, which is Darrell's original Copper and Cask pick with
what?
2-to-1 of the rum.
Case 1?
The rum?
Yeah. 2-to-1 with the
9.
So two of the bourbon to 1 of the rum.
Really?
2 of the bourbon, 1 of the rum. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now I know what's on deck.
On it, and we both ever since then that we've been trying to baby the bourbon so that we can make more blends with it.
Hold up. Oh, he just put Darrell on a mission here. It's blending time. Well, I need a blend too then.
I think mine's in my car, still in my bag, but
man, it's like morphin time. Like it's blending time.
There you go.
I'll do the exact one. As much as I love this and I don't have any more.
I'm telling you guys, it's really good.
You said 2-to-1, so I'll do it.
And I've really gone off the deep end when it comes to cigars, and that with a cigar is absolutely fantastic. So
all right. I got my official blending tool here.
There you go. The children's
little children's Tylenol cups. Hey, if you're wondering how I got into Blend-A-Geddon here, and I'm in the finals just like Darrell, except mine was blended via little Tylenol cups.
I was using syringes, child syringes. That stream with Jason.
It's got a medicinal cherry note on it. Very distinct.
But Jason, the Norseman, will attest, if you're still listening, Jay, about that blend that we tried. Because everybody that's tried it has fallen in love with it. And I'm like, no, don't use all of my fucking bourbon for that. But
Now, I don't have Durrell's original Weller foolproof pick, but I do have the 9-year, which is about the best equivalence I can have.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the.
I'll be interested to see what Durrell thinks.
So
that
there you go.
Quarter of an ounce.
And if anyone's got the rum at home, 2 parts of a good MGP, heck, even the Dusty Wonka, and a little bit of the rum. Why not? The dead air as we precisely blend.
Let's see. Look like the meds that are 40 proof.
Oh, man,
Cheers, Sugar Kitty.
Jeff gonna send you a glass blending cup with small measurements. Yeah, I've got some too.
I have blending cups. Right
What are you
here.
talking about, dude?
Yeah. This process is working.
It's medicinal anyway.
All right. Why do you say? We'll get another question in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Dude.
While I'm swirling it up. Oh, excuse me.
All right.
It is Fitzgerald.
Spin wheel again.
Is this next year's Frankenblend?
The best
What's
choice or best base for a good blend?
Oh,
Ooh.
man. See, that's
a personal
tough one.
preference.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was doing blends a lot, I always started with rare breed because it had enough proof to provide a really good base and just build on it. So that would be mine.
I've explored a bunch of different avenues. I guess for me, it really depends on what I'm aiming for. I want to say competition. The only competition I did was freaking blend to get him. But those ones, I try to find like a really good base that has some depth and some proof. But when I experiment here, I try to take like stuff that I wasn't really too fond of, or I thought was maybe lacking in some areas, and try to blend something to make like the overall whiskey better. But yeah, I like blending stuff that's sometimes up in the air in terms of taste and trying to make it better.
Yep.
You made a face, Jeff. What was the face?
Well, it's freaking phenomenal. I mean, I know I'm not using the exact same MGP, but with the 9-year copper and cask and a little bit of that rum, like it's almost nonsensical. The rum disappeared, but I still get the chocolate on the finish, which just is amazing, but also driving me crazy mentally.
I haven't took a sip of this yet. I've just been swirling it.
Really good.
Like I look at the color like it's super dark, but I'm like both of them are equally as dark, so I don't know what that smells good though.
You know, I guess my answer, Top Dog, on that one, you know, you can see this glass here, and this rum is just absolutely destroying this glass. And that's actually what I now look for as the base in the blends. I won't get into my blend again blend yet, but we can talk about it hopefully in a few weeks. But the entire inspiration behind that blend actually started with the mouthfeel, not with any other particular bottle. There was one bottle that I had that I knew was obnoxiously oily. And I wanted to see if I could transition that mouthfeel to the process and if it would carry through all the other flavors that I blended into it. And it worked out really well. So I think that might be one of my new blend strategies going forward, is to prioritize at least one component in the blend that has an over-the-top mouthfeel.
Ooh, man, that's interesting. So even though I only put one portion to the 2 of the MGP, I still get a decent amount of that rum with that. I still get hints of that single malt on there.
Yeah.
But you get the MGP as well, which is freaking nice. And it seems like the proof is like even higher, but it isn't. Actually, no, it probably is. This is higher.
It is. The rum's higher.
130. Yeah. So
yeah,
this actually brought it up slightly, but it drinks different. The mouthfeel feels a little better, to be honest. Well, standalone, maybe not. I don't know. It's really good though. This is nice.
Yeah, Sam stumbled on
Interesting,
it
though.
when we were outside, and he was like, "Oh my god, taste this!" And he didn't tell me what it was, and I was like, "Holy crap, what is that?"
I
He's
wouldn't
like,
even
"That's
dare.
21." So
I wouldn't even dare do that either. So I
right,
would
and
never
that's what I
tried
said. Why did you do that? And then I tasted it, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." So
And now all three of us submit the same Franken blend next year.
it. The nose is changing though on me a little bit. The palate's still really, really nice. The nose is, I'm getting like a, sounds weird, but it's almost like a nacho like Dorito note.
that's weird.
Oh,
Are you sure you didn't
Yeah.
eat Doritos before you came
Nah, I
on?
definitely didn't. Bottle down, rest in peace. Dusty Wonka Shorty surprise. You'll be missed. The blend
So,
is a
Joe,
nice. Oh,
let us know what you think of the blend then, since you're sending that Dusty Wonka off in style.
Dude, try that
Yeah,
with some
absolutely.
sticky icky to Dusty Wonka. Shit.
OH, I want to hear your thoughts too, because I know I love hearing notes from OH because he
I've seen
probably
his
has the
comment.
best
What did he say?
vocabulary and palate for tasting notes.
I have both.
He's going to get into it here. He's thinking. He did the thinking emoji.
Okay. OH, yeah, you're gonna. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh man.
Man, I'm going to experiment, Stu. I got to pick the right MGP. I know it's really good with the Copper and Cast 9 year, but I'll figure out something that I've got a little bit more of so I can do something like that. It's really good, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, with a cigar, it really complements everything on that because the cigar can be spicy and then you get the fruitiness and the sweet.
Mm.
So it's really, really good like that.
No, that's
As
legit.
Stu
man.
said
That's
last
legit.
week, though.
I didn't
As
have
Stu
any
said
nachos.
last week, he was too afraid to get the rum because of our tasting notes and it being 130 plus proof.
Yeah, it's good though, Stu, man. I owe you some stuff anyway. I said I'll get you probably some Pingrees out there. So I'll add a sample of that so you can at least try it, man. I think it will surprise you, as I think it would surprise a lot of people that may have passed that been kind of up in the air with like rum. It's good, man. Like it brings you down that, or for me at least, down that realm of, you know, how Foursquare was like, oh yeah, it's rum, but like it's more of on that bourbon side of, you know, drinking versus like a true rum.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no nachos for me, Sugar Kitty, but it did smell like it for a second. Yeah, it has like a
What's up, Jake?
yeah, like a nice I don't know. It doesn't.
Cheers, John.
Like a nacho cheese Dorito.
I think your palate's off, bro. I don't
No,
ever
my
remember.
palate's fine. It tastes
Not
great.
your
nose.
It doesn't taste like that, but there's a note on the nose that reminds me of that, which sounds kind of weird, but it still smells really good. So
That's
I don't
fine.
mind it. But the
But
palate's
yeah,
actually
well, I
pretty
mean,
good.
everybody that's tasted that rum has been like goo goo over it. So
All right.
cheers, Tom. Thanks, buddy. And
Tom
speaking of
is
that, if you
in.
guys want to get on the super chats, Jeff is going to be doing remind me, Jeff, I've already forgotten.
A
Oh, yeah,
sample of a Dusty Beam,
Yep.
120 months, so a 10-year beam, and Blind Flight with that.
And then I'm going to be doing 4 backbone picks, 3 of our own, the Dusty Wonka, the Sticky Icky, the Boot Clapper Rye, and then 1 of Mash and Journeys, the great one that they did here just recently, which is really good, by the way. It did really open up a lot. So
yeah, and I got some fun samples from Copper and Cast guys, all similar to these here. Some stuff that hasn't been out yet, so you'd be the first ones to taste it outside of myself.
Yep.
And the people that work there.
Man, I don't think I flipped anybody off, John. I never do that unless I'm in my car, John. That's the only time that I ever flip anybody off. Ah, Travis, as Matt Madness approaches, you all got to pump up those numbers. What numbers is he talking about? We are here pushing for you, Darrell.
Pushing for me to what? To be in there, or what are we talking about?
I don't know. I mean,
They
we don't
have
have
to
an
get
invite
They
yet.
have to get invited first,
Yeah.
Travis.
I think
I mean,
we got
I'm not going to
invited, then
say
we got the
anything to
food.
Matt, but if everybody else advocates for us, I won't say no.
Matt's probably still mad at me, so I know I'm not getting an invite. So,
But yes, no invite over here for Matt Madness yet for the Whiskey Friends.
I'm keeping my last year's invite. Going off that one.
Right.
What do we got?
Let's
You want
get
to pull your wheel
another
up?
wheel.
yeah, I was going to say, let's do another question.
With Buff Turkey releasing, what other distillery collaborations would you like to see in the future? This one's from Henry Turner.
Hey, Henry, cheers. As long as Jeff doesn't put any more AI turkeys that are on steroids, that freaked me out. I'm with the person who said something about it.
What was it?
That freaked me out. I was like, that makes me not want to drink anything like that ever.
Wait, what did I miss? Did I not?
You have to watch the video.
Check out yesterday's video. I kind of leaned in.
He went a little crazy with the
bit.
images.
Okay.
For me, I would love to see, because they're good friends, I would love to see Jimmy and Booker's do something together. I know they did a Jimmy's batch, but I would love to see those two do something, because I really feel like one would enhance the other as far as the profile goes. I'm not a big bean person, but I really do think that it would enhance each other. Hey, Wayne, good to see you in here, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Wayne is in. Cheers, buddy.
That would be mine. Darrell, what about you, bud?
Oh, man. So collabs between different distilleries we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Oh, man. I don't really know who I would want to see really collab. Like, I don't really know who honestly does collabs like that. But, like, I love Heaven Hill, and I love... See, MGP doesn't really have their own stuff, though, right? But I would like to maybe see something between, like, my two favorite distilleries. Like, because I'm always here blending, like, Heaven Hill and MGP. Like, MGP or Heaven Hill is usually my base and a lot of my stuff, you know what I mean? So I would love to see something like that maybe come together, but that's going to be tough because you don't really have somebody, like, really master distilling, I guess, for MGP. You do, but makes it tough, you know. But that'll be my 2 cents, because those are my faves.
I like this idea.
Fletcher and Austin. Chris and Austin. Wait, still Austin, or wait? I'm thinking Chris Fletcher. What are we talking about? Fletcher and Austin.
He's talking about Chris Fletcher and Travis. My brain's gone for a blank. Please tell us what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I don't know the Austin reference.
John Cloud, cheers, man.
Cheers to you, sir. Elijah Craig and Remus. Sugar
Nicole.
Kitty said.
Nicole Austin.
And who is Nicole Austin now?
That'd be... Man.
Hold on.
Throwing it back at you, Travis. So I know Fletcher.
Is that Uncle
George Dickel?
Dickel. Okay.
Interesting. If they do some of that like PKO stuff they did from her character, that experimental crap, then.
So I was told in advance, if Wild Turkey and Dickel ever collab, I'm not allowed to use AI for that.
The turkeys were obscene and scary enough. That's just going down a different road. Henry, I would love that too. I know that Darrell would absolutely love that.
Oh yeah, as good as it is now with what she does, if she sourced from them, oh my god,
that would be awesome.
So I'm going to give a different take to this question, because I haven't heard anyone talk about it from this angle yet. So I'm going to throw that one out here. I want your two's reaction, and I want the reaction from chat. But what's interesting about this whole Buffalo Turkey thing to me is that Buffalo Trace made it, and they varied from their usual mash bill, and the higher rye, higher malted barley content is fabulous. So it has nothing to do with them collabing with Wild Turkey. It screams to me like, Buffalo Trace, why aren't you experimenting with more different mash bills? Because your base is clearly working. So you should be doing other stuff with it.
Yep. Cheers and thank you, Hooper. Cheers to you, man. He's in for some.
Yeah. Cheers, Hooper.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Oh, here's an interesting idea. What brands would make a good blend within the same portfolio family? So take Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill has a shit ton of brands under its umbrella. What 2 or 3 of those brands would make a good blend?
You know, the first one to come to mind for me, and I've never done it before, but it'd almost be like what Knob Creek did with the Bourbon X Rye, but Old Forester. Cast strength Bourbon X Rye.
Both
Cool.
single barrel versions.
Just cast strength.
Single barrel.
Just a blend of those.
Probably turn out better with a batch product, but
yeah, batch product. But in general, blending those two things together to make that combination.
There's our executive producer.
What's up, Todd?
Bardstown and Green River. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And possible, yeah. It's definitely possible.
Man, I'll see Todd on Sunday, by the way. Going down.
Oh, yeah?
Jealous.
Hang out with Todd.
So, speaking of cigar blend coffee, I got mine in today, and I put it in my canister that I got from them, and my whole house smells so delicious right now. That is the best smelling coffee I've ever had in my house. It's so good. If you guys haven't gotten any, go grab some. It's cigar blend at driftingdrams.com. Check it out. Go grab some. It is freaking amazing. So let's see. Ready for another question?
Let's do another question here. I do like this format here. This is fun for quick hits. What will be the craze of 2025? Double oaked rye, ASM finishes, boo rye, etc. And this is coming from Chuck D.
I think the craze, well, for me at least, and from what I've seen, like the last year or so, there really wasn't a lot of big releases. So a lot of people focused on single barrels and group picks. I know that was kind of raw focus too last year. So I think that's still kind of the craze a bit, right? Because, these heritage brands really aren't putting out crazy stuff. And when they do, it's $300 now, at retail. So we're like, do we want to pay that? Or, drop $50-$60 on a single barrel pick from a group that we kind of trust. So I think that's where it's leaning towards right now until kind of prices can come back down a bit, I think, on some of this stuff. But yeah, single barrel group picks, I think, have been the craze for us and a few people for the last year or so.
I think the craze will be if the market resets itself from everybody. If the prices adjust, I don't think it'll happen, but this year. But I do think that would be a big craze. I think, honestly, you'll see a lot more people, myself included, slow down on buying. Not only just whiskey, but I think people are going to be a little bit more conscious with all this stuff going on right now. I think it'll even out as far as the tariffs and how that's going to affect. And that may be a question later on, but I honestly think that people are going to take pause for a minute, and you're already seeing some of that. So,
Yep.
Todd, I agree with you, buddy. Yep.
Totally agree with
that, bud.
So Todd usurped my answer here. I think this will be the year of age statements. We're already seeing it with the Jack 14, so it's not that much a prediction. Even the Calumet is coming back.
Calumet.
What is it? I think I saw something for a 17 or 18 year. So age statements seem to be it. And some of the heritage brands more and more are starting to throw their muscle around with these age statements. So I think that's going to be the craze of this year. What is unfortunate is I've seen less and less finished whiskeys and experimentation. And probably because the bourbon boom is slowing down, people don't want to take risks. So I think age statements will replace the experimentation, unfortunately.
Yeah. Wayne, no, there will not be another one. They are, however, adding the 8-year age statement to the regular 101 this year. So that is coming back, hence our conversation about age statements.
What did OH say over here? Vintage
stuff is picked up as well. I agree, Todd. I picked up in regards to it's coming down. Is that what you're talking about? Because that's what I'm seeing. I see prices going down a little bit on the dusty stuff and vintage stuff. So.
OH said, I got one better. Old Forester Early Times recipe. Old Early Times recipe. The same they use for birthday bourbon along with high-end Jack. Else my camera just fails through reading this. Cash done at Jack 14. I don't know why my camera.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I think.
Fix this. There we go.
OH gets a Jack 14, immediately starts blending with it.
So here's throwing something else on that. Having it aged at Buffalo Trace. So those two things, but aging at a Buffalo Trace's warehouse. I don't know. There's something about those there in that area.
I want.
Well, hello, Mr. Benson.
Yeah, Blake. That's going to be the problem with these age statements, though. Yeah, people are going to.
Is that what they are? Is that what it's supposed to be retail?
I haven't seen the prices on those yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, just today, the OKI 16-year that had the Buffalo Turkey was at Party Source, and it was $360. So I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, Callum at 16 is 140 here. Like, I do know like the 18 was supposed to be like some special like edition thing, so I'm not sure about that 17. But
I mean, when you think about it, it's not that far off. I mean, they're selling the buff turkey for $300 right now plus. So.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's a lot.
And it's 15, so that makes sense as far as the pricing goes.
Yeah, I won't be paying $3.99 like now.
We've got
what'll end up happening is those will sit on the shelf and sit on the shelf and sit on the shelf. That's what will happen with those.
Yeah, Maybe. It's just a silly price point.
We'll see. I mean, the price is clearly not deterring off these buff turkeys right now. I mean, I think there was probably about 100 to 150 of them that moved in 2 places around Cincinnati just today. All right.
Count me in, Doug. There you go.
There you go, GT Mustang. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Doug.
Be on the lookout for your package.
Ooh, another top dog question. Your favorite mash bill and why?
Ooh. What is so? I mixed it up. What's Heaven Hill? 75, 13, 12? No, 70, 78, 12, 10, I think, or some shit like that. I forget. Whatever Heaven Hills is. I know it's high on the malted barley. It's like 12%, I think, or 13%. 75, 13, 12, maybe. But yeah, that's me. Give me all the Heaven Hill. That's my favorite mash bill. Then probably 21% MGP rye.
So why the 21 over the 36?
I just prefer some of like the more balance and sweetness I get on the 21s than I do the 36. Some of the 36 smack you in the face, which is nice, but the ones that I've had have just came across a little bit more sharp. But I've never really had like 10-year plus 36, I think, unless those Obtainiums are 36, which I thought were 21s. But yeah, outside of that, I really haven't had like super high aged MGP that was 36. It's always been 21, and it kind of hit me the right way.
So apparently I like to be smacked in the face because I'm going with the 36% rye from MGP.
I give you one guess what mine is.
Some turkey. What is that? 75?
I guess it has to be. It has to be turkey.
Actually, no. Isn't turkey the 75, 13, 12er? Isn't that one? And just look at a disco bottle real quick, right?
Yeah, see, I guess
75, 13, 12.
Yeah. So Heaven Hill is 78. Yeah.
To take a step back in that, though, I mean, we're pointing to specific brands. I mean, in general, though, I just like high rye bourbon. So whether it's New Riff, whether it's Old Dom, whether it's MGP, give me like 30 plus on the rye, and I tend to gravitate towards it.
100% right.
Yeah, I do like the 100% rice, dude. No secondary grain there.
You gotta ask Matt Porter what his favorite mash.
100% rye.
Oh shit.
Or 100% rice.
Yeah. What's the secondary grain in this, you asshole? 7, 5, 13, 12 turkey. Yeah.
We're doing well, man. Five more.
12, 10. For heaven hell. What do we got? What is this one?
All right, this is coming from Tony. Have you ever had Pisco, which is how I think you pronounce that? I just learned that Pisco I buy is made from PX grapes. So I did look this up, and it's a grape brandy from Chile. So he must be having it during his travels.
Yeah.
I've never had that. Nor have I heard of it, Tony. But I do like brandy and cognac, so I probably wouldn't mind it. Just haven't had it.
Yes, they do need to meet, by the way.
Tennessee from Tennessee.
Thomas is a cool dude.
Who's Thomas?
Thomas Christian, friend of ours in Nashville area. He loves high rye bourbon too, but super cool guy. You guys would get along great.
Sounds like my type of guy already.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that there's anybody that hasn't ever met Jeff that didn't like him. So,
ooh, that is spicy. Oh crap! This toast from South America.
I don't know if you saw the comment earlier, but I don't remember who said it. But somebody said you ruined Thanksgiving for me.
I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Terrell, you have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I need the reference.
Oh gosh!
As I said, yeah,
cheers, T-Rob. Good to see you.
I leaned in
buddy.
a little bit.
There's the guy. Cheers,
What's up,
Vic. What's up, bud?
Vic? Dude, Vic, since you're here, one part. I think he has the rum. Did he get some of it? One part of the rum, 2 parts of a good MGP.
His got.
If you had Darrell's Copper and Cast 9-year pick, that or 8-year pick, whatever it was.
He has that, but he doesn't have the rum. They broke on.
They broke all of them.
Yeah, so they shipped them back to Old Line, and Old Line doesn't have any more to give him, which is kind of wild. So, got to figure something out.
We got
what
him.
is this? Oh, excuse me.
Might make him blush. Uh-oh.
Todd's getting to hang out with Brent, dude. Tell Brent I said hello.
Nice.
He is
Hang
such
with
a
all the
cool
cool
guy.
guys.
If you guys have never met Brent Elliott from Four Roses, talk about salt of the earth, down to earth. Great guy, but also an extremely good master blender, obviously.
God makes us jealous with those type of things on like a near nightly basis.
Well, and I keep telling him, I keep trying to convince my wife to move to Kentucky, or, I'd be happy moving to Cincinnati. That way I'm only a little ways from Todd and I'm right there next to Jeff.
Best of both worlds.
Yep.
All right.
He's running away from his big brother. With like blue lips. Looks like you got
everyone.
Kelsey.
Looks like you
Will
got
Kelsey ever win a blind flight? JG.
Probably not. Probably not, JG. I think we need to
Very
do
mean,
question.
JG. Jeez, JG.
Stop. No. No.
Since everybody's talking about tariffs, how does everybody think it's going to affect the market? Oh, man. Getting deep on that one, Top Dog.
I don't think it'll have a huge effect, except for some spirits. Like, I'm in transportation and we move a lot of Pernod Ricard stuff for them, which they're based out of Canada. I've had a couple shippers already this week put pauses on shipments out of Canada due to the tariffs. So I think it will affect some. I don't think it's going to affect bourbon per se, as much as it will Scotch and anything that's imported in. I mean, Jesus, it's already crazy right now. I think Blue Spot is almost $300 now.
Right.
So I mean, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse as far as that goes. But if you're not a Scotch drinker or a Malibu rum or some of those other spirits that are having to cross the border, whatever, from Mexico, and I know Kahlua comes up from Mexico. So some of that stuff will be. But here's the thing: for those that don't know, most alcohol, they're making over 50% margin on all of their stuff. So I don't know, it won't affect them as far as their bottom dollar is concerned as much as it will the consumer. Obviously, we're going to get it the worst in food and beverage and stuff like that. For the short term, our prices will go up, but in the long term, if it works itself out the way that it should, then it'll actually benefit us long term. So we'll see. But
I mean, similar to what you said off the top, I mean, nearly all Middleton products were outside of my range to begin with. I mean, what's happened to the spot prices and all those type of things? I'm just kind of like, I'm never going to own one of those again at where the prices are today, especially after tasting something like the Gold Spot and just being underwhelmed with it. But yeah, Scotch prices will probably go up too, but so many of those are outside of my range anyway that it's not going to impact me, I guess is what I'm getting at, but I feel bad for the people that it will impact that love those spirits.
Yep, exactly. Darrell, what do you think, buddy?
Sorry, I got sidetracked with Kai doing crazy stuff. What was the question? It was in regards to
About
tariffs.
the tariffs, if how they would affect the market.
So Peter B wants to know how much you want to spend on Crown Royal. That's what it's coming up to.
So it's what just Canada and Mexico right now, I think, right, in regards to tariffs. So that's not going to affect me much, and I think us for the moment, right? If it starts getting imposed on like some other stuff, but bourbons are made here, right? So you're not going to have to worry about tariffs because there's no Canada or Mexico or Asian ingredients, right, being brought over here. So we should be fine, but we look at
looking after his dad, right? Right, Kelsey? He's a singer.
Relax, kiddo. But yeah, maybe tariffs on like we said, like the Middleton stuff, the scotches or whatever. But I haven't really bought, scotches and Irish as of late. I've been focusing more on bourbon. So
yeah, I think it's clear. Hurt Stacy.
Okay.
Yeah, she may.
So Tyler's throwing out a brand that it might impact.
Yeah. It definitely will impact their brand, and depending on how much they have to move across the border and all of that. There's 210.90. Cheers, buddy.
Christmas bronze, buddy.
Cheers, Todd.
What's up, Todd? $2.99 for Black Velvet Original. Oh yeah.
All right. 2 more minutes for super chats, everybody. We got 3 giveaways to get through tonight. Let's do another question, and then we'll go. Oh, let me get the wheel ready. I'll start getting the wheel ready while we're doing that. So I'll do a question, and then while I'm getting the wheel ready, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Right. Bourbon Engineer, we're in the mode of what we have to do to maintain profitability, and that comes with people downsizing here in the States. Agreed on that.
Yep.
Mark B.
All right.
Bauer. Cheers, buddy.
Green or yellow? Ooh, all right. I'll let you guys take this question while I get the super chats ready. But this is coming from Chuck D. What 3 craft distilleries do you foresee this year gaining major traction?
Ooh. I don't know if you consider Still Austin a craft, but I definitely think that's already happened with them. I just think it's going to increase. I think Michigan. I think you'll see New Holland be one that takes off a little bit more and gain some traction this year. Trying to think of another one. Darrell, what do you think? I'm thinking of a third one. You got any?
I'm still on like Hard Truth. I still kind of consider them craft, but like I think the more that people kind of dive into that, the more they're gonna really realize how good that stuff is. What's up, BT?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, so Hard Truth for me, I think Old Dominic, man, like with some of these single barrels that they're going to be putting out this year, I think it's going to gain some more traction because you don't really hear it talked about much, right? And like we had that regular cash strength, and we were like, holy crap, right? So
Right.
the single barrels of that bourbon, I think, are just going to be like some special stuff this year. So I think that may gain some traction if it tastes as good as I think it's going to be tasting. For a third. Oh man, so what? Hard Truth, Old Dom. I can see, yeah, Still Austin's always kind of in that limelight, right? Like you got Nancy over there doing all the right stuff. Melik, depending on what they want to do this year, you know what I mean? Like that could be some crazy stuff. Last year was a good year for them.
Yeah.
You know, the 6 year, the legacy, the single barrel started like launching and all that. So I think that's probably up there.
The only thing with Melik is just if they're going to be able to support how many states they're going to, the expanse that they have. They're going to have to be really smart about how they're expanding because they've already got Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. So can their stock supply what they need for all those states? So
yeah. We shall see, man. Hopefully.
Yep. Travis is with the Old Dom here. We got some of these wheat whiskey samples actually here, Travis. We got some on the bar right now.
There will be a 10-year Hewlin, he said, huh?
Yeah. I hadn't heard that.
Really? Where did that come from? Because we chose the 8-year. Unless they were holding back some stuff without telling us.
Well, I know
we chose the last of the single barrels.
Right, but their stuff was 7 years last year, so it could be 8 years this year. I don't know if they have 10-year stock unless they're doing somebody else source stuff, but I can't imagine them doing that after. But
or they have some of those Hewling Station barrels left for a blend, and what we had was the last of the
that could be true too.
That could be what Travis is alluding to there.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, so that stuff was like 8.5, right?
That's a huge market for them. That's scary, actually. If that's true. If they're going out to California, that's a huge market. So
they might be pushing the rice vodka too, you know.
Yeah. Whiskey Thief, Corbin Cash, they can get their bourbon kicking. Holiday. I agree with Ben Holiday a lot. The weird thing about that particular thing is some states like here, it's great. Like it sells really easy. And then some states have been really harder to move that through. And I don't understand it. So we'll see.
Well, let's do the wheel here. And then we got one last question to complete the cycle.
All right.
So good luck, everybody. Thank you so much for all the contributions tonight. I can't wait to share these samples with you. We got some good stuff going out tonight. All right. So, Kelsey, how many times do I hit this button?
3.
I love how I've broken you down. Now you just give me a number.
Just not giving you a high number.
All right.
SoCal Jake. Sounds right, buddy.
We'll go around the circle and let's see. Start with Kelsey.
Okay. So backbone picks. Here you go. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. And if you do have these, share them along too. All right, Doug. Ooh. I know Doug's got
winner again. Nice. Doug probably has these. Doug hasn't really missed
Doug, if you have all of those, let me know. I may just send you a blind flight of some other stuff if you've got all of those.
So all 3 backbone picks, Doug. I know he might. All right.
Send us a message on Patreon. We'll get it figured out.
So now let's do Darrell with his copper and cask goodie bag.
He said, yes, I do have it all. So yeah, just maybe a blind flight for him, Kels.
Okay, we'll do.
Ooh, top dog.
Ooh, top dog. Ooh, okay. You'll appreciate some of this stuff. Nice.
All right.
Get you some
Cheers,
stuff sent out that
John.
way.
All right. Now we'll do the dusty pour with the old beam and a blind flight. Good luck, everybody. All right, round and round we go. Ooh, John Cloud. All right, he mentioned he hadn't won in a while. Cheers to John.
Oh yeah,
And
right
you know
towards
what?
the end, right?
You know what? Let's do another one of these. I'll do another pour of this thing. And I'll give you another flight with it there. Let's get one more winner in here. Ooh, John, you already won. Let me get one more in here. Man, you won twice there, John. I'm pretty sure you had the 2 entries in there too. And John, you are on an unbelievable hot streak. All right, John, I'm going to throw more into your package, but I want a 4th distinct winner here. But fate decided that I need to spoil John.
He's on fire. NBA Jam style.
Hooper.
There we go.
Hooper. Okay.
Cheers.
All right.
That's a
Hooper.
new one.
I don't think you've won anything from me before. So hit me up at helloagainwhiskeyfriends@gmail.com. We'll get in touch and we'll figure out how to get these samples to you. Thank you so much for everybody that contributed tonight. And I can't wait to hear some feedback on some of these samples. All right.
Nice.
Last question. And then we'll send everybody over to Jason.
What was the question?
Well,
Or is it?
I gotta spin the wheel. I gotta spin the wheel to determine the. I gotta spin this to determine the last question here. Very important that we
read it.
That we randomize this process.
What do we got? Oh,
as uncomfortable as the AI generated buff turkey images were, what if there was a turkey dick release? Oh, we already kind of talked about that. I will not create any more AI clips of any turkeys. Maybe. No promises.
All right. Travis texted me and said the Hulling Station 10-year will be a blend. In the last of it, they will sell off what doesn't make the blend. So it'll be Tennessee, Kentucky, and Arkansas territory. Awesome. Yeah, I hope to get that, Travis.
Very cool. Well, everybody, we have hit the top of the hour. So it is time to head over there to Jason's stream. Kelsey, Darrell, any parting thoughts?
No, I'm good, man. Just cheers. Thanks everybody for the support tonight and hanging out with us. And as we had to punt, so hopefully we'll get Matt on or be on Matt's channel, one of the two, to do this. So we'll see how that works itself out. So,
oh, Todd says he's not on tonight. Well, we're gonna pass the torch to somebody here. So if anyone knows anyone going live that we can pass the torch to, let us know now while we're in the hot seat. But we got 59 people in here hanging out. But yeah, everybody, next week we do have the next series in our blind flight tournament here. Thus far, I know we didn't recap it today, but the 13th Colony 15th anniversary won week 1. And surprisingly, Discovery 12 won week 2 by literally the smallest of margins. But those two are going to the Final Four.
Definitely a surprise, man. My number 1 went out.
It's been an upset kind of year. So next week we do got Scott from My Bourbon Journey, who's going to be our special guest to walk through that flight so that we can escalate the third pour in the Final Four.
Nice.
All right. Well, keep an eye out. I'm sure someone will go live, pick up the slack, and we'll catch you on the next one, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.